soundcloud-Skyzone.Society.
Yo, what's going on, my people out there in the zone land? You know what I mean? You know what you tapped into, but if you don't, welcome to the Zone Sports Podcast. You know what I mean? I'm one half of your host, Big V. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching on the YouTube, you can see my guy sitting over there in that San Francisco gear. You know what I'm saying? If you can hear him on the SoundCloud, you see my guy. I mean, some part of me, you hear my guy. Let them know what's going on, man.
Yo, man. Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Corey. Always telling you the same old story. Your boy, COOL. What the hell, man? We in the building, man. We here. What's going on, Big Vito?
Man, I'm feeling great, baby. Ready to pie, you know what I'm saying? But before we jump into the pie, you know I got to let them know who we sponsored by. You already know if you don't. My brand, Sky.Zone.Society. Make sure you shopping at Sky.Zone.Society.bigcartel.com right there on your screen. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at us for all the fire tees we got. You know what I mean? Hats, toboggans, jackets. We got you covered, man. You know what I mean? Corey, man, what's been good with you, though, this week, man? You good, man?
Hey, man.
How your week, man?
You know, the thing is, Big V, you get close to this time of the year, and, you know, we come off of Thanksgiving. You just got so much to be thankful for. I love this time of year of the Thanksgiving and Christmas combo. Man, it's a beautiful time of year, man. I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it's like, dang, I'm at work and I'm like, yo, why y'all still having computer problems, yo? Like it's Christmas time. What are we doing here? But you know, at the end of the day, your boy ain't take the day off, so this is what it is. But I'm thankful for that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot to be thankful for, man. So just extremely happy. I am giddy. I get to see my Christmas movie. It's great. The wife is good. Like it's just as your boy Future would say, life is good, man. You know, it's good.
You know what I mean? Matter of fact, speaking of Future, let me shout out to my homeboy, Ivo, huge Future fan. Was in a huge debate with him through a group text before I got on here. But you know what I mean? This ain't a hip hop pod, but we'll get into that another time. He know what it is. You know what I mean? You know what it is, Ivo kid. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, hey, we got to give a shout out, man, to all the regular 9-to-5ers out there working this week. You know what I mean? Shout out,
boy.
You
yes,
know
sir.
What I mean, not only just, you know, the people that's working, you know, the day-to-day like you and IT, but I want to give a real big shout out, man, to the parcel services like UPS, USPS, Amazon, you know what I mean? They working double time. Shout out to the homie Wax.
Yeah.
My homeboy A-Wax out there at UPS, you know what I mean? He working double time. You know what I mean? Wax, we appreciate you, baby, and all the work you're putting in out there, man. Everybody else across the globe working on parcel services. You know what I mean? All the good parcel service people, because it is some fucked up ones out there. You know what I mean? It's dumping them packages off in the backwood. You know what I mean? Man, not shout out to y'all.
yeah. You know, and I got to give a shout out. And I don't even know my guy's name. It's a UPS guy that delivers in my neighborhood.
Okay.
And I have about 2 or 3 columns around my door. Mm-hmm. And you know, most cats, they just, you know, they'll dump it in the front of the door, you know, and stuff. And we stay like in a super crowded neighborhood, right? Well, what he does is, if possible, if the package isn't too big, he'll put it behind the column so you can't see it from the street. Mm-hmm. And man, I ran out that guy after he did that, man. And I'm like, man, look, I don't know you, but thanks, man. You one of the best UPS guys I dealt with, because that extra stuff they don't really have to do.
They don't. And I saw one through my alarm system the other day, a guy, I can't remember what parcel service it was, but I appreciated that he put it as close to the door as he could. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't just put it on the steps. He went and put it as close to the door, because all of them don't put it close to the door. You know what I mean? You know how it go. You know, you know, some people just put it on the steps or wherever. They don't put it as close as humanly possible to the door. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, because if anybody try to take it, number one, my dogs would see that shadow as humanly possible. You getting close to the door, or they will hear it. You know what I mean? As dogly possible. You know what I mean? And that goes a long way with me. You know what I mean? Because you can just put it on the steps and nobody hear anything and they get snatched. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the parcel people doing that, man.
I had an idiot one time that put my package in front of the garage. In front of the garage. And I'm like, yo, I don't check my garage before I back out. Like, I could have easily backed up. It just so happens I was taking out the garbage. And I'm like, yo, he left it right. It's like not even in the center. I'm talking about like I got a 2-car garage, and I'm talking about left it right back there. So me and my wife could have easily like just ran over that.
Yeah, because you were in the car. You would have just opened the door.
Wouldn't have thought twice.
You would have opened the door from inside the house or by the car, put it in reverse. You would have probably checked the backup cam, maybe. You know what I mean? Because you know you backing up natural. You would have, or if you don't have a backup cam. You would have. I
don't even have a backup cam.
You did one of the, it would have ran slam over because you wouldn't have been seeing it, man. Come on, man. No shout out to that guy.
Yeah, not that guy, but all the good ones out there, man. Salute.
Absolutely, man. You know what I mean? Yo, we got the Christmas holiday coming up, Corey. I hope you got your shopping. Is all your shopping done? You got shopping,
man.
done?
Look,
I think we talked about it, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
Technically, yes and no.
Okay,
right? No, in the sense of me going to a traditional store and getting anything. Mm-hmm. Yes, because I pretty much everybody got the cash and the gift cards that they're getting. You know, whatever. I mean, I looked up. My wife just wanted some dough. I'm like, oh, cool. I could just transfer that from my account to yours.
Right. You mentioned that.
So technically, I am done. Now, what say you?
I'm done today. You know what I mean? My bad part of it, I was done. I'll be done tonight when we get done with the pod.
Okay.
One more stop. I'm done.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm cool. Wifey got some good stuff coming for the wife. The kid has been out the way. It's just I had to get a little bit extra for the wife. You know what I mean?
Respect.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm looking forward to Christmas, Corey. You know, I'm looking forward to these NBA games popping off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me just say, I'm looking forward to some of them, Corey. I ain't looking forward to all of them. I ain't gonna lie to you, Corey. But you know what? For my people in the zone land that might not be tapped in to all the games going down on Christmas Day, don't even worry about it, because guess what? We got you covered. Let me run down the schedule for them, Corey. We're going to get into it. 12 p.m., Knicks versus Hawks. 2:30 p.m., Bucks versus Celtics, ABC. That first game is on ESPN, by the way. 5 p.m., Spurs versus Warriors, ABC. 8 p.m., Lakers versus Knicks, ABC and ESPN. And on the late night, we got the 10:30 p.m. Jazz versus Mavericks going down on ESPN, Corey. It's going to be an amazing day. You know why, Corey? Let me tell you how my day is going to go. My kid's going to wake me up.
Break it down.
Look, the kid's going to wake me up extra early. I'm prepared for that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cool. Probably about 5:36. Who knows with the kids? I'm going to be ready. That's how it go. As soon as they wake up, I don't tell them to go back to bed. I get up. I'm going to be here too. Let's get it popping. I want to see your faces and all that. Let's get it going, Corey. And probably about 2 hours after that, that's when I normally fall back, you know what I mean, to the room, you know what I mean, indulge in some adult activities that I like that, you know what I mean, you know, little liquor, little early liquor, little drink, you know what I mean? You know, a little something like that, just reminisce and really get into a couple of Christmas movies and just reflect. I like to sit in my gaming chair, Corey, and just reflect upon the year and how far I've came as a human being and all the great things that I'm thankful for. I love to do that, man. And then, Corey, about 11, 12, I start, getting the food right. You know what I mean? This year I'm gonna be on the grill. We so non-traditional, Corey. We on the grill. I'm on the grill with it this year, man.
Okay.
I mean, I'm on the grill. Little chicken. I got the wife with the fried chicken in the crib though, because I don't really eat my fried food like that though, Corey. But I got to have me some fried chicken this year. Got to. And now I mean, because I missed out on getting my deep fried turkey for Thanksgiving. It was my fault. It was my fault. I dropped the ball. It was my fault. Have nobody else to blame. But Corey, after that, I'm gonna settle in, and I want to peep this Knicks Hawks game. You know what I mean? I want to peep the Knicks Hawks because I'm hoping. The boy Trey Young will be back. He's in COVID protocols right now.
Yeah.
Get well, my guy. You know what I mean? I want to see that game. The Knicks have been busting their ass this season, Corey. They really feeding off that playoff energy from last season. I think it transferred over into the regular season, Corey. I like the way they've been balling. Shout out to Julius Randle and the boys. You know what I mean? They got a nice young squad. Corey, I got to say, though, man, if Ice Trae is back, I gotta go with the Hawks. I gotta go with the Hawks, man, because it's going to
go with them.
It's gonna be in Atlanta, Corey. Number one, they're gonna be home.
Yeah.
You feel me? He fresh off COVID protocols, which might give some people cause to pause and say, hey, he might not be his regular self. But guess what? He got a nice supporting cast that might can hold it down too. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm willing to bet my money on the Hawks just because of Ice Trae, number one. Number two, Corey, we saw what the Hawks can do in the playoff situation.
Yeah.
Not only in the playoff situation, but in the Garden. We've seen them show up in the Garden. I think they're going to show up at home for this regular season Christmas game. Who don't like to play on Christmas, Corey? You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to be in the basketball Christmas spirit. It is almost a privilege for your team to be asked to play on Christmas. It's just like the NFL.
Yeah.
It is a privilege no matter how much the Detroit Lions suck. It is a privilege. It is a privilege for them to get asked every Thanksgiving and take their L in stride. But you know what, Corey? 2:30 p.m., we got the Bucks and Celtics. Corey, I ain't gonna lie, Corey. I don't really want to see this game.
Okay.
Not really excited, Corey.
Yeah.
I can do without it. Sorry. You know what I mean? But you know what? I give my take on who I think will win. I think the Celtics are going to pull it off, Corey.
Oh,
I'm a roll with the upset with the Celtics. I know the obvious pick is the Bucks. Fuck that, Corey. I think the luck of the Irish is gonna reign supreme on Christmas Day, Corey. I don't know why, because you know what, Corey. The Celtics on Christmas Day have historically been okay.
Okay.
They have historically been okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with them, Corey. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm going to roll with them. I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to fuck Vegas up. And I got the Celtics for the dub. That's what I got, Corey.
Okay.
5 p.m., we got the Suns and the Warriors. Now, this is the one.
That's going to be the game right
This is the one, Corey. This is the one I want to see. 5 p.m., Corey. About 5 p.m., I'll be stuffed. Because let me tell you, I ain't even painted the picture of what I'm cooking on the grill, Corey. Corey, I got some ribs I'm going to throw on the grill. You know what I mean? I got wifey to pick up a salad. I'm going to have me a side salad. You know what I mean? With some fried chicken. You know what I mean? And I got her to pick up a box of those lovely Red Lobster biscuits.
Oh yeah.
Corey, Corey, I feel like the meal is my gift to myself on Christmas. So about 5 p.m., I'll be sitting back with a toothpick in my mouth and my gaming chair and my bummy sweats with a little bit of charcoal on my thumb right there from the grill. You know what I mean? Just sniffing the real sauce like, that was a good meal. But I'm going to be tuned in, Corey, 5 p.m. to the Suns and Warriors.
That's the one.
Because guess what, Corey? Let's call it what it is, man. The Lakers will not be in the Western Conference Finals. I'm going on record to say it. They won't be there. But you know what, Corey? This Suns Warriors could possibly be a Western Conference Finals matchup, Corey. It could possibly be.
I would go so far as to say that not only should it be the Western Conference game, that game should actually be primetime at 8.
Corey,
it should be. I get what they was doing. All things being fair and equal. But that should be the 8 o'clock game.
You know what? You're right, Corey. Let's share some fairness to the NBA because these schedules are made ahead of time. And
way ahead of time.
And with the blockbuster lineup and trades that we had made in the offseason, it's no way in hell that I wouldn't have picked the Lakers for the primetime 8 o'clock
That's
game.
Right.
I wouldn't have thought that the Warriors would have been this great thus far. I just wouldn't have. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But boy, let me tell you, man, that is my primetime matchup. And I mean, let's just be real about it though, too, Corey. 5 p.m. is a great. It's prime time for Christmas. It's one, right? It's one.
Oh yeah, I'm off. So
5 or 8 o'clock is normally the prime time games for Christmas. I said like the 10:30 game, it's not prime time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a nightcap.
It's a nightcap.
I'm falling asleep on that one.
You know what I mean? It's one where if you had to work Christmas and you miss some of the NBA games, you get off and you see that one. You know what I mean? But let me tell you, man, this Suns and Warriors, Corey.
I can't wait for that one.
Corey, I can't even tell you who's gonna win. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I tried, Corey, when I was doing my prep for the show yesterday and today, I tried to pick. I don't know. I don't know. I know Steph is my MVP this year, and I know both teams are fucking great, Corey. You got Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton betting on themselves over there. You know what I mean? You got the bench of the Suns who we can't leave out. We seen what that bench can do. You know what I mean? And of course we can't leave out. You know what I mean? One of the illest. I don't even know what the call book is. Shooting guard, point guard. I have no clue no more. You know what I mean? I know when Chris Paul comes in, he goes to the 2 when Chris Paul is in. I know Chris Paul can be out on the bench and he can run the 1. I don't know. Yeah. All I'm saying is this, Corey. I'm excited. I'm gonna leave it. I'm excited for this 5 p.m. game. I don't have a winner in that, Corey. I'll let you pick that one. 8 o'clock, Lakers and the Nets, though. Corey, I wish that there was a rule where the commissioner himself could alter schedule. Because if I had it my way, the Lakers would be sitting the fuck down on Christmas and wouldn't be even a part of this great event. Corey, like I told you before, I preface this by saying it is a privilege to play on Christmas, right?
No question.
But let me tell you, man, as a fan, we want to see the best on Christmas. Historically, nothing but the best plays on Christmas, right? I just wish this one Christmas we could alter the rules and have our Lakers sit the fuck down. Corey, we don't deserve to play on Christmas. We've been stinking up the joint, you know what I mean? Barely winning games, losing to teams that we shouldn't have even fucking in the discussion to even be losing to. I don't want to see them, Corey. Corey, this 8 o'clock game, I may skip. I'm gonna be honest. I may skip. I'm gonna be honest. I feel you though. Corey. After seeing the first 3 games, I don't want to see the Lakers, Corey. Like it's nothing exciting for me. You know, I don't know if Kyrie will be back this early. We know that, you know, he's coming back. We'll get into all that, you know what I mean, and talk about, you know, and discuss that. I'll let you, you know, speak to that. But I don't want to see the Lakers, bro. Matter of fact, I'm picking the Nets to win. And I'm moving on from that. I don't even want to go no further, Corey.
I feel you.
10:30 though, Jazz and Mavericks. Corey, this is a sleeper. Corey. This is a sleeper game. Let me tell you, man, the Mavericks
that should be a good game.
The Mavericks have been playing some good basketball as of late. I don't know if Luka will be back. I don't know if you've heard. I haven't heard anything. I know he's been sidelined.
I have not heard back yet.
Okay. I know he's been out a couple of games. If so, it still should be a great game. The Jazz, we know how Spider and Rudy Gobert and the boys give it up. We know about that bench over there. I like this matchup, Corey. I think it's gonna be Corey. I ain't gonna lie. I can see this. I can see whoever win this game winning by no more than 5.
I can see. Yeah,
I'm gonna go on
no
record.
Question.
I'm gonna go on record and pick the Jazz to win by 5. What you got, man?
Man, well, I tell people all the time my Christmas day is the NBA. Like that's my gift to myself. Like I make sure that even if I do make the rounds to the family, we can do whatever you want. Make sure that TV's on.
Make sure that TV on.
That's automatic. I'm not trying to be rude.
No.
I love you. And first of all, shout out to Big Jesus, aka JC, for it being his birthday.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna hit you with a different take, man, on these NBA games, man.
Okay.
I'm a little bit cautiously pessimistic.
How so,
and I'm going
bro?
to tell you why. Okay. Because, you know, 3 out of these 5 games currently have players that may not be playing due to COVID protocol. So I know the predictions you did earlier was obviously based on the face value, because hopefully, and this is what I'm praying open for, that these players will be back.
Yeah.
See, unlike the NFL where you just need a helmet and a team logo on your jersey, the NBA, even though we're team guys from a Lakers standpoint, but we're also fans of other individuals, like a lot of people are. A lot of people that I know that's even our age don't really even follow an NBA team. They follow players, right? And we're running the risk of what I've read today, even though the article is 2 days old, back of December the 20th, which I'll get into later. 3 out of these 5 games can have players that's out due to COVID protocol. So let's run it down. Hawks and Knicks. Trae Young might not be there.
Yep.
It's going to be in the Garden.
Yep.
He might not be there. That's just facts. So,
is it going to be in the Garden?
It is going to.
Pardon me. I thought it was going to be in Atlanta. Pardon me.
Well, I did too. I looked it up. I wasn't sure, okay. and they got the home game. So this is on top of that. It's going to be in the Garden.
Oh man,
and man, I want to see Trae Young there, Big V. I want to, and let me be clear to the zoners out there. This is not final. This is where things stand. We are recording this as of 6:45, December the 22nd on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Right now, if Christmas was today, Trae Young would not be there. But no. Christmas is not today.
Thanks.
So I'm going to call it the way, assuming that Trae Young will be there. Trae Young's going to be there. I definitely got the Hawks in that game. I think the Knicks are kind of, I think they kind of plateaued. I think Julius Randle, much as I love him, especially when he was a Laker for a couple of years, so he broke his leg that rookie year. I think he needs more help. And I think really the Knicks are in turmoil with the benching of the Kemba Walker. So I think they got other things going on there. And so, assuming that Trae Young's going to beat, I got ATL in that one. 2:30 game, the Bucks and the Celtics. Once again, Giannis is out on COVID protocol.
Yep.
Giannis might not be there.
Yep.
I can't even get a list of every single person that's out between the NBA and the NFL. I mean, they just need like a freaking ESPN sports ticker at the bottom. And even then I'll forget, because there'll be someone new added to the list and there'll be somebody else coming off the list. So right now, if it was today, Giannis would not be there. But I'm being hopeful and hoping that Giannis is going to be there, because I want to see the stars play for Christmas. Because that's my Christmas gift, watching the NBA all day. In that one, I got the Bucks in that one. But again, we don't know. Now I'm with you. This 5 o'clock game. Now, this is one of the few games as of today's taping that currently does not have anybody out for COVID.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
Zone Land. That is of today. If you don't watch any other game on Christmas, this is the one you watch. If you're a parent, the kid should be taken care of. If you're a husband, your wife should be good and set and ready to go with her gift. Hey, look, 5 o'clock. Hey, you ain't got to go to bed. You ain't even got to leave.
You got to get the hell out of here.
I need to watch this game, and I don't need to be getting yik-yak all over the place. That's the game. I'm not taking phone calls. I'm not talking to grandparents. I'm not responding to text messages from family and friends. Like from 5 to 8 o'clock, I'm in this. Now, if you want to call and chat about the game, then that's a whole nother different ball game. So I would judge those accordingly. I'm with you, Big V. I can't call that game, man. Anything, we can sit up here and act like we experts. Dog, that's a toss-up. They are playing in Arizona, or whatnot, for whatever that's worth. But you got Jesus, Steph Curry Jesus, playing on Jesus' birthday. So who knows? Again, I told you we had this conversation before, how Jesus, the real Jesus, gets bored and he infuses himself in Steph Curry's body and play the game of basketball. I do believe that Jesus is an NBA fan. So, if I had to lean one way towards it, I mean, I wouldn't put any money on it. Warriors by 1, I don't know. It's going to be fun. I don't care. I don't care who's going to win or lose that game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun as hell to watch. Then we got the 8 o'clock game, Big V. We got smoked by Phoenix last night. I don't really want to get into all of that. I didn't even finish rewatching the game. I typically watch the game the day after because I typically fall asleep.
No need.
Christmas, Big V, is a day of Thanksgiving, thankfulness, happiness, and joy. And the Lakers don't give me any of that, and they haven't for a long time. And if it ain't one thing, it's another. I'm not going to even waste my time with the quote unquote injuries, us bringing back IT. You know, I'm not going to worry about it. Look, I got that's a game that's too affected by COVID because Kevin Durant and James Harden, as of right now, are in COVID protocol and may not even play that game. This is how much of a pessimist I am with the Lakers. It don't matter. We're still going to lose. Mm-hmm. They can mess around and get 12 G Leaguers and we're still going to lose. So I'm off that game. We're gonna go ahead and move forward. I'm off that because I'm getting hot talking about it. So your sleeper game, which I totally agree, Mavericks and Jazz. Obviously, Luka, he's dealing with the ankle, not COVID related or whatnot.
Right.
That ought to be a good game. Man, if I had to lean with I'm going to assume, being this is not a COVID deal, I'm going to assume that Luka won't play. I want him to play. I got the Jazz in this one, about maybe 2 or 3, whatever. But man, on paper, all this stuff looks good. And I'm really hoping. I mean, you still got a little bit of time left. These players got to test negative twice, if I'm not mistaken, to be able to play. Christmas is the unofficial start of the NBA season. This is when it really gets real. Some people argue after, All-Star break. But this is definitely when it starts. This is when, okay, we kind of know who you are as a basketball team, as a staff and everything. This is when it kicks off. I love this time of the year, and it's going to be freaking sports overload because we got daggone 2 NFL games that snuck up on us. It's going to be on Saturday too. You got. Let me see. You got.
Is it wild card games?
No. These are regular Week 16 games.
Okay.
Why are they on Saturdays? Your guess is as good as mine. You got the Browns versus the Packers, and your Colts versus the Cardinals. The Browns and Packers going to be at 4:30 on Fox. Your Colts going against the Cardinals going to be at 8:15 on the NFL Network. It's going to be what I call a PIP moment, picture in pictures. I'm going to have my TV show on 2 screens. Might have to slide on the iPad for any games that overflow. I love it. It's crazy. Again, why do they have them games on Christmas? I don't know, but whatever. I'm off that. But man,
on Saturday, you mean on Saturday?
Saturday. Yes, sir. Saturday. So, man, now there's going to be some good stuff, man. Good stuff. So I love it. Man.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to eat and watch these games, man.
Yes, sir.
I just am. It's almost like you said. It's almost like a gift to myself.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I've actually, the kids just got out of school yesterday, so and Monday and Tuesdays are my days off. So I'm off work till the kids go back to school, which is next year. You know what I mean? I done planned it and arranged it where everything is cool. Everything is in a row. I'm good. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be relaxing a lot to next year and catching these games, man. You know what I mean? We brought up Kyrie, and I know people out there who are listening who don't know are like, man, I thought Kyrie was out. You know what I mean? I thought they said that. I thought he was going against the COVID vaccine and wasn't going to be a part of the season and everything. You know what I mean? So let's jump right into that about Kyrie's return. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Kyrie announced his return this week. I think it was maybe Monday. You know what I mean? When he announced it on Monday that he'll be returning back to the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know if he's traveling. Is he traveling, Corey? Or
it's strictly road games. He's going to be a part-time player. He will not play any home games or any other cities that have restrictions such as Toronto. I know Toronto is a place he won't be able to play over there at all. I can't remember if the Lakers or LA has anything regarding indoor if you're unvaccinated, but definitely, obviously, Toronto and no Brooklyn games at all or New York games. So that also includes the Knicks.
What are your thoughts on this, Corey? On Kyrie returning? What are your?
I was actually surprised when I heard this. Mm-hmm. Because I remember the owner taking a hard stance of, we don't do part-time players over here. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. And I'm also perplexed because they're number one in the East. Like everything that's going on right now, you can say whatever you want. They're number one in the East. So I'm really surprised that they are bringing them back, because I could see if they were sliding, maybe out of, 4th, 5th, 6th place or something like that. I personally think Kevin Durant and James Harden, mostly Kevin Durant, had everything to do with him coming back. Because I don't know everything about everything, but I would imagine if you're a millionaire, let alone a billionaire like the owners are, you have a ego that's more inflated than the Goodyear blimp. And, I done came out and said that we don't do part-time players over here. If he can't play at home, and this is the law of the land regarding New York City, not us, the NBA or the Brooklyn Nets, then we don't need him. We will keep finding him and not paying him. He's not coming back, and it's not good for team morale. And all of a sudden they announced that he's coming back. So I think Kevin Durant has everything to do with that. I think Kevin Durant unofficially runs that team, which most stars or superstars do. That's not anything new. But I am extremely surprised at the timing of it. It does make me wonder how the players that have, quote unquote, filled in for Kyrie Irving, how they are going to feel when they've been busting their behinds all year. Forget just home games. They've been busting their behind all year. But if we go out to, I don't know, Atlanta, look, I know you play for Kyrie when we're at home, but we need you to kind of hit the bench and we're going to let Kyrie rock. Like, that's going to be an interesting locker room dynamic with that, because everybody at some point, whoever was in the NBA or whoever is currently in the NBA, was the man at some point. It might have been in Pee Wee. It might have been in high school. It might have been in college. But, you make it to the NBA and you're really just a role player. And it's like, yo, I'm sitting up here and I'm getting it in. I'm digging it in. And then now, but this guy don't even, he could be here if he got the vaccine. Now, I ain't going to go too deep into that. But he could be here if he took the vaccine and we wouldn't have to worry about this. So I'm extremely surprised at all of this. Look, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting too, playoff-wise real quick, that if they're number one, at least as of today, they're number one. So they're going to have home court advantage, Big V. Well, unless something changes in New York, Kyrie ain't going to be able to play. He could play when they're away. You know what I'm saying? He could play when they're away. So you get the best of 7, right? 4 of them games, he ain't going to be able to play if it goes to a game 7. So it's going to be interesting what happens with that, man. But I get it. Their window is open. And I think they're just in the take what you can get mode right now. That's what I really think.
Corey, I like the fact that you chose the word surprised. I like that. You mentioned that this Kyrie thing was probably influenced by more than likely most people.
An assumption on my end. Yep.
Right. An assumption of Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah. Assumption. Yep.
Why wouldn't it have been about that to begin with, right? Let's start there. Because I feel like Kyrie has been selfish, Corey. But I'm gonna leave. I'm not even gonna speak on it. I'm gonna just.
You know where we can go on that one.
I'm gonna just. I feel like he's been selfish, right?
Yeah.
But I want to go deeper than him. I'm pissed off at the NBA.
Yeah.
Let me put my smoke down, man. I want to talk to him, Corey. I recall a couple of months back, where they were making the big deal to Andrew Wiggins about him getting vaccinated or not. He said he didn't want to get vaccinated for religious purposes. I can respect it, right? The NBA didn't want to respect it. They said, nah, don't worry about it. We don't care about your religious purposes. Not only to him, but anybody else that wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Which I can respect. I can respect that versus I don't know what's in it. I want to do more research. You ain't doing no goddamn research. 98% of people that say that I ain't doing no goddamn research.
They going to Google University.
Google University. No, less than that. Facebook University and everything else. Stop it. You're not doing no research.
With a minor in Twitter. Twitterism.
Right.
What do this research.
With a master in memes. You feel me? Stop it. Yo, I think Kyrie was one of those people that was leaning to, though, I want to get more research on it, right?
Yeah.
NBA told him, don't worry about it. Do your research. Go sit down. Right? All right, cool. Answer this, Corey. What has changed?
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing, Big B. Nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed. You know why? Kyrie ain't vaccinated. I haven't heard about he's not vaxxed. Oh, wait. Maybe he's like Aaron Rodgers and he's immunized.
Oh, yeah. Now that's a good point. I haven't thought about, Big V. Because that's the same, ain't it? No, we don't know. All right.
That's what it is.
Is that what it is?
He might be immunized.
You right, bro. I ain't even think about that.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man.
Gotcha. So let's just say he make the assumption that he's immunized, right? Got it. NBA said, why didn't you tell us this before? We wouldn't have missed out on all this money that we've been missing since you've been gone. Whoa! If you would have told us that you were immunized from the beginning, you would have gotten paid and we would have gotten paid. It would have been more people getting paid. I see you, NBA. You're not low. Nothing has changed. He's not vexed, and it's about the bread. If it's about the bread, say it's about the bread. Stop making stop putting so much emphasis on people's health. Because you pick at this point, with the admission of Kyrie back, you're picking and choosing who can do what. That's what you're doing. That's not fair. Come on, man. I expect more from the NBA commissioner. He's been 10 toes down throughout this whole Corona thing.
Yes, he has.
You know what I mean? So I am surprised that this is even happening, Corey, because I like the word you use, surprised. I'm more a befuddled kind of guy. I'm befuddled at this, Corey. Ain't nothing changed. And I hadn't even thought future-wise where, you know, they going to the playoffs, obviously. You know, if everything keeps going how we're going, right? What is he going to do on these games where he can't play? What are you doing? Kyrie, sit the fuck down. Just sit the fuck down, man. Just sit down.
Yeah.
You missed damn near 30-some games at this point. Over 30.
It makes you wonder what type of shape he is to come back in mid-season.
And you know what? I know you're rich and you got personal trainers and you get it and all that, but basketball shape, you can't as he knows, you can't imitate that so much. No, you know what I mean? Game speed. You know what I mean? I know he's a professional, cool.
No
my beef is with the NBA of allowing him back. Like if you're gonna stand on it, stand on it. If you're gonna say no, man, no, you got to be vaccinated in order to play in this league. Stand on it, because guess what? Now you open up a can of worms for the immunized folks.
Yep.
Because now, guess what? And I get it. People can say, well, 99% of the league is vaccinated, or 100% of the league is vaccinated, or whatever it is. But you still got the exception to the rule. And when you start making exceptions,
man,
trickle down effect.
That's the problem right there.
Trickle down effect, Corey. That's all I got, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I got.
We'll see how this turns out, man.
You know, I mean, you know, blessings to Kyrie. I hope he's gotten research that he wanted to get or whatever, or maybe he didn't. Or just shout out to whoever brokered this fucking deal of getting him back to the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the league was 10 toes down again on it. Nah, bro, you ain't playing. Nah. And again, I'm surprised at the owner. Like to me, this becomes more of a liability than an asset long term.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that the owner has thought playoff, like you just said. Like I hadn't even thought. That gets tricky. You fucking around have to play Toronto if you want to. You think them 2 games up north ain't gonna matter without you? All right.
In the playoffs, it all matters.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Switching gears. Speaking of immunized folk. Rodgers. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting better at this podcast shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We getting better with the transition.
The transitions are legend right now.
You know what I mean? Like they coming along. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of immunized folk,
yeah.
Corey, I wanna ask you a question, man. It's a fair question. It's a fair question at this point in the NFL, at this point in the season, man. Is it possible? Is it possible that Aaron Rodgers could be this year's NFL National Football League most valuable player MVP, Corey? Is it possible? What are your thoughts, man?
Big V?
And if not, give me your league MVP.
Big V, I'm gonna tell you like this.
What's up?
Is it possible?
Okay.
Dog, It's more than possible. Okay. It's definite. It's definite. It's definite. He's going to be the MVP, Big V.
Let's go, man.
He is going to be the MVP. I want to go back because look, man, we transparent on this show. Yes. And I told you back in week 1 when they got smoked by New Orleans, led by my guy, Jameis Winston. I said, this could possibly be the worst year of Aaron Rodgers' career if this is how it's going to turn out. I said that. We might have said that
as a collective, Corey. We have shitted on Aaron Rodgers on this podcast in the first couple of weeks.
Dude, we done brought out the daggone guillotine and chopped his head off on this show. Big V, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was in that week 1. That dude woke up, and I'm talking about for all my wrestling heads out there, that dude woke up like the daggone Undertaker coming off the mat. Yes. I'm talking about he dog. That guy, let me tell you something, Big V, about this Aaron Rodgers guy. I really thought, I'm just like, man, it's too much turmoil. He's not really into it. And let me tell you something. There's still turmoil going on. I don't know if he's really into it. That's the part that's scary.
Yes!
That's the part that's scary. Because even look, the way that Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Immunized is what I'm going to call him, the way that he's playing, you could tell it's just looking so simple to him. Mm-hmm. It's just looking effortless. Mm-hmm. He is almost, from a joyfulness of playing the game, is putting me in the mind of the NBA Steph Curry, where it's just like, imagine if he was really, for all I know he is, I'm not in the guy's head. All I know is he's doing like 3-hour podcasts almost every week, whatever. I'm quite sure he's through filming the State Farm commercials. For all I know, that's during the summertime. I ain't going to put that during the season. He look, man, this guy is a legend. And I'm going to tell you what, man, enjoy this man while you can, just as an NFL football fan. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't know how much longer he could play like this. He's not like Tom Brady old or anything, but I mean, like, just for the nature of football with injuries, salute to the Tampa Bay Bucks who daggone drunk like flies, this past Sunday night or whatever night it was.
Yeah, they did.
So in football, it can happen. That's what I mean when I say I don't know how long he can do this. It is basically him, Adams, Aaron Jones. Like, that's really it. So you're doing this with a non-stacked team. They're not, obviously, before the injuries, they're not Kansas City. They're not Tampa Bay Bucks. They're just not. They're not even the 49ers. Okay? What he is doing is insane, man. And you give him just a decent, not a top-notch, a decent defense, right? You give him a running game with Aaron Jones, the other Aaron, or as my grandmother would say, Mr. Aaron Jones, right? You still got Devontae Adams running wild. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Dog, you look up and down that roster of Green Bay. You compare that to my 49ers or any other team. I'm not saying that they're Jacksonville from that standpoint, but I'm just saying the results that they are yielding, and then you look at their roster, it's like, how is this happening? It's happening because of Aaron Rodgers, bro. That guy is crazy. That guy is crazy. I could go on and on and on about this guy, but I'm telling you, he will be the back-to-back MVP. I'm stamping that, dog. I'm stamping that.
I'm going to go on record and agree with you. You know what I mean? And I ain't going to lie, Corey, I thought you was going to go left. I didn't think you was going to agree with me. You know what I mean? But damn, man.
Sorry for throwing you off.
Man, look, this is great. This is great. Cause you know what, man? I love when we agree. You know what I mean? I love when we agree.
It may not make for the best show that we agree all the time, but man, this one, come on, man.
What you gonna do, dog? I mean, like you said, let's take it back to week 1. Horrible game, but horrible game. We shitted on the first couple weeks. Told him he didn't get his shit together. And boy, did he not get his shit together. And see, Corey, for me, that's also contributes to his MVP candidacy. Because everything that he went through in the offseason leading up to now. I mean, the trade talks with Mr. G and everything that was going to his house, doing all this back and forth. He was wearing T-shirts that said The Last Dance. All kind of subliminal messages going on. You know what I mean? We ain't forgot about that moment. We saw you, Aaron Rodgers, man. You know what I mean? But, Corey, I want to read off some stats, man. As of now, these are Aaron Rodgers stats, bro, of December 22nd, 2021. In 13 games, he's thrown for 3,487 yards.
Jesus Christ, man.
And 30 touchdowns. Corey, his completion percentage, 67.8.
Wow.
For those out there that are wondering, is that good? Fuck yes. That's awesome. That is great. That is phenomenal. It's some guys that may throw 30 touchdowns their whole career. It's some guys that may throw 30 touchdowns in a season. This guy has 30 and 13 games.
And let me interrupt you real quick because you brought up what you said, 67%. We're not talking about bubble screens.
Yes.
We're talking like 20 plus yards down the field where over half these passes are probably coming from.
Explosive plays is what we're speaking on. Explosive plays, dog. Listen, man. What makes it so bad, like you said, Corey, he's doing this with what he's been through in the offseason and also what you spoke to, with little to no weaponry. That is insane. That is ultimately 30 touchdowns to almost nobody.
Yeah.
That is insane, Corey.
Yeah.
That's almost 4,000 yards in 13 games to nobody. And again, respect to the weapons that you name, because but again, Corey, they're not stacked. That's what I mean by nobodies. They're not stacked.
Yeah.
And Corey, and also speaking of something you said, he's making this look effortless, dog.
Yeah.
And you're right. If I had to compare Steph Curry to an NFL player, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I mean, Corey, he makes it look so easy.
Corey, I watched the game the other day. The way that man throws off his back foot is insane. It is God tier, dog. Do you hear me? It is God tier, God level,
straight up.
And when I see it, he make it look like I can do the shit at my crib.
Straight up.
I be in the crib like, oh, I can get me a little, you know what I mean? Come off my back foot, cause he ain't scrambling like that. He look like he literally like he's jogging in slow motion. You know what I mean? Like he rocking the boat. You feel a little cabbage patch going on. You know what I mean? Corey? He like he running like this. Let me take it back to the 80s. Cabbage patch. And he like the last second, I think doing cabbage patch on the defense. He said, "Oh, I have a guy open. Take it." That's what it looked like. And I'm talking about Corey. He throwing off the back foot for 25 yards and more. How?
I couldn't even do what he does in Madden if I was playing. No. I couldn't even do it there without throwing some picks.
No. Corey, just to sum it up, man, the season that he's having, and keep in mind, Corey, the top of the icing on the cake, and by the way, this is with trade rumors in the back of his mind. This is with him, this might be my last dance for real, in the back of his mind.
This is with your replacement already on the roster. And I want to read down some names that I got from VegasInsider.com for the MVP odds. Please. So obviously Aaron Rodgers, that's who we've been talking about. Right behind him is Tom Brady.
Of course.
You got Jonathan Taylor from your Colts, Patrick Mahomes, Project Pat.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford from the Rams. Okay. Josh Allen from Buffalo. Justin Herbert from the Chargers.
Okay.
Kyler Murray from Arizona. Cooper Kupp from the Rams. Dak Prescott from Dallas. Lamar Jackson from Baltimore. Myles Garrett from Cleveland. TJ Watt from Pittsburgh. Joe Burrow from Cincinnati. And Mac Jones from New England.
Now, yo, I want to give a shout out. Yo, I got to give a shout out to my guy, man. Listen, man. We have to start having, I don't know if they do, but Corey, defense needs MVPs.
No question, dude. No question.
It's no way guys like Myles Garrett should be competing with guys like Aaron Rodgers. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you, Myles Garrett is the MVP of this league. He is.
No question. He is.
He's the MVP of this league, Corey. If it's a man to fear on defense, you talking about God level? He's God level. Stop it.
Here's what's crazy.
Something has to change, dog.
I'm not a gambling expert, but they got Myles Garrett as a plus 18,000 to win the MVP. They're putting that into perspective. Aaron Rodgers have a plus 125 to an 18,000.
Wow.
Odds. You know what I'm saying? So really, I'm with you, man. Like, I know they do the offensive player of the year and they do rookies of the year and they do defensive player of the year, but I'm talking about like the MVP, man. It's like if Cash was talking about Cooper Kupp, and it's like, if you ain't a quarterback, good luck. Like, if you're not a quarterback, good luck.
Yeah.
Running back, maybe. But but all that being said, now Aaron Rodgers is on a different level. But now defense do need to get some respect, put on their name with better considerations. I don't know if they just need to change the name of it. I don't know. But Myles Garrett has been keeping Cleveland in a lot of these games. So what do we know?
Man, I'm just glad we agree on Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No question.
I don't see anybody else other than Myles Garrett on that list. And I want to give an honorable mention to Michael Parsons, man.
Oh gosh, no question, dog. No freaking question, man.
The young man is playing God level. He's playing God level. He ain't playing no games out there, man. He's not playing no games, man. He's obviously, in my opinion, rookie of the year.
No question.
Got to be. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know what time it is, though, man.
Oh, it's that time.
Is it that time, Corey?
It's time.
I think it's that time, man. It's that time, man. It is time for my guy segment called What the Hell? You know what I'm saying? Corey.
What the hell? It is time.
It's time
for me to drop the napalm bomb. I can't, man. Listen.
What you got, man? What you got, man?
I got to drop the napalm bomb, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I got to drop the napalm bomb on a few.
Hold on, Corey. You gotta tell them who the segment is sponsored by, man.
Oh, man, yo, thank you for correcting me, man, because I'm so fired up right now. This segment is sponsored by my damn self. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot to give my street sign a shout out in the back for those in zone land. You know, that green street sign in the back. That's who it's brought to. It's brought to you by me, and only me. And Big V, I'm upset. I got some what the hells. You know what? Maybe next year I might even do some what the hell awards segments.
Okay,
you know
we can do that.
Give awards. I'm just gonna tally up all my what the hells and see which ones we can start that up next year. We're gonna give some awards out next year. But for this year, I got to drop I got the ether. 2 organizations and their commissioners.
Okay.
I got to drop this first napalm bomb is going to go. You brought him up earlier, Mr. Adam Silver of the NBA. And I love the NBA. I got to drop the napalm bomb on this guy. You know, let me get into my diatribe with this, Big V, and I know we got the raps. I'm gonna take it straight with no chase and get straight to the point.
Talk your shit.
He was interviewed by the wonderful, great Malika Andrews of ESPN. This is in regards of having an option to suspend the season due to the COVID-19 Omicron, aka Omarion variant that's out and about running wild. Shout out to Omarion, Icebox, B2K. Shout out to my guys. When Malika asked, do you have any plans to suspend the season, Big V? Exact quote from Adam Silver. And first of all, Adam Silver is excellent. He's been 10 toes down on a whole bunch of things since he came in with the whole Donald Sterling, the whole bubble thing. So I want to give a salute, man, but I got to call it how I see it.
Okay.
He said to Miss Malika Andrews, ma'am, no plans right now to pause the season. Said this yesterday. We have, of course, looked at all the options, but frankly, we are having trouble coming up with what logic would be behind pausing it right now. So basically, there's no logic to pausing the season. Whew, okay. All right. I'm also quoting, as we look through these cases, literally ripping through the country, let alone the rest of the world, I think we are finding ourselves where we sort of knew that we was going to have to get through over the past couple of months. And this virus will not be eradicated, and we're going to have to learn to live with it. I think that's what we're experiencing in the league right now. End quote. Now, Big V, I just told you how Christmas NBA is me. I love that. That's my Christmas gift right now. And I'm not saying, look, we're so close. No, I wouldn't agree with pausing the Christmas season or the Christmas games. I get all that. Even though that several games are either being postponed, right. We're picking people up off the G League. Your boy Joe Johnson is back.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that too.
He is 145 years old, respectfully. Now, he's my age. I'm 40. So I'm 145 years old, respectfully, as well, in sports terms. Big V, what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. You know, you could Google how many people are out right now. Mm-hmm. And it's insane. And again, I want to go through, I want to do this some justice here. I want to go back to basically top-notch players that's going to be out because we talked about it earlier. We have Kevin Durant, Giannis, James Harden, Trae Young, Anthony Edwards, Evan Mobley, excuse me. Those are just the notable names that was out 2 days ago per this Washington Post article here. Now, let's also add it. Got Kyrie out.
Right.
Regardless of what you think of him, he's out. Right? You know, you're sitting up here, you're about to have games that's playing with G League folks. And while I do agree with their opportunity to try to shine and make a mark, I get all that, and I think that's cool. Here's what I propose to the NBA. And obviously, it's not going to happen. we're not saying kill the season, but just pause it. I would love for the season to get paused for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks, nothing crazy. I ain't talking about no month. Ain't talking about no 2 months. Because what's happening here, and this is a little bit different than the NFL, which I'll get into later. It's different because basketball is played indoors. With the exception of Toronto, which is limiting the amount of fans that's in there, it's pretty much full throttle everywhere else. There may be some that's starting to scale down a little bit, but I haven't heard really too much of any teams. If you guys know of any, drop them in the comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. What are we doing here, man? Unlike the NFL, this is a star-driven league. I just rattled off some of the biggest stars in NBA today as it stands on December the 22nd, which could potentially not be playing in these Christmas games, let alone in any other game. So my point of how this thing spreads, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not Rochelle Walensky, I'm not Dr. Fauci, I'm not any of these guys. But what I do know is that this Omarion, aka Omicron variant, is way more contagious, less mild for what they're saying, but definitely way more contagious. And so, when I'm playing indoors and we got teams that are flying back and forth across the country, and you got a large amount of sweat going back and forth, I'm not going to get into all of the nuances of all that. What I'm saying is this: your chances of spreading it is extremely higher when you're on the court versus that when you're outside in the NFL. So to sit up here and say that it's totally off the table, you don't see the logic. I'm sorry. So let's just say by the time February get here, who the hell is going to be left? You're going to burn through the G League players. What are we doing here? So, Stern, I'm sorry. Rest in peace to Stern. Adam Silver, Commissioner Silver, please reconsider and at the least have it on the table, because no one is going back to the bubble. I get all that. I get it. Right. I'm not saying that no one should go to the bubble. I was actually surprised the bubble was even able to get pulled off. I'm not expecting that. But can we just do a hard reset? Because the reason why I'm saying is because, yes, you do have what 10 teams playing? Well, you got 30 teams. You got 20 other teams that won't be playing, right? So they're going to go home for Christmas, Big V. They're going to be around their families, Big V. They're going to come back to work, Big V. So if you don't even want to postpone the Christmas games, can you at least say, you know what? Okay, after the Christmas games is over, man, we chilling until the second week in January or the third week in January. Let's do the third week in January, because cats like to cut up for New Year's. All right. That's all I'm asking, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. All right. My next napalm bomb. It's going to go to the NFL. NFL and their newly modified testing procedures. NFL, I know what you're doing. Yeah, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And look, am I mad at you? Nah, it's capitalism at its freaking finest. I'm not. NFL, I see you, NFL. I see you right over there. I see you right over there. And I see you over there. So, Big V, the Players Association is shooting for more testing. Kudos to the NFL Players Association. Good. You should want more testing. Oh. But not the owners. I'm not sure where Roger Goodell is at on this. So I'm gonna take it easy on him. This is going towards the owners of the NBA. Okay. I mean the NFL, excuse me. They want less testing. And Big V, they are already in the process of modifying the testing procedures. Mm-hmm. Not only do they want to cut back testing, they want to cut back testing some more. Big V, the NFL and the owners, what they're wanting to say is that, hey, even if you do test positive for COVID, you can still play as long as you're asymptomatic. Okay, let me turn back around. Big Vito Corleone. Their excuse or logic is exactly the opposite of what I just stated from the NBA. Because, see, there are a few indoor stadiums, but the majority of them are outdoor. It has been stated that the transmission is way less than what it would be in an indoor arena. Even most of your domes have a sunroof or openings on the side, whatever. Okay, I give you that. But they want less testing just in case nobody didn't pick up on me saying that I see the NFL. They don't want these games canceled by any means necessary. So you know what? If you got COVID, as long as you're asymptomatic, you can still play. You can still play. And not only that, you thought I was done, Big V. Nah, not by a long shot, my friend. Because what they're also saying is that even if you test positive outside of you being asymptomatic, what they're also stating is that if the viral load of your test is so low that it's deemed not contagious, that you can still play too. It's going to get treated like the common cold or sick. Are you? Bottom line is this: if y'all don't get any other take on what the NFL brass tacks is saying, is that if you're asymptomatic, you can still play. Now, Big V, the NFL done had all these, concussion protocols and these commercials and things of that nature, and talking about helmets being safer and all that stuff there. Well, Big V, I'm gonna ask you this, because the NFL does allow for unvaccinated players to play.
Yep.
Now, let's just say if I'm vaccinated and I still get the Omicron, aka Omarion variant, and it just so happens I'm playing beside Cole Beasley, and he dies because he's not vaccinated, he's not going to get it. We don't rip him enough. We'll leave that for another day. But anybody that just, is not fully vaccinated or boosted up, as they calling it now, what about them? And I'm with you. Look, you should get vaccinated. But everybody, for whatever reason or another, do not want to get vaccinated. And I still, even though I think it's stupid, even though I don't like it, I'm at the point now, if your employer says you do not have to get vaccinated to work, look, my hands are tied. I'm not going to say I support it, but I do respect that it's their decision to make, even though I don't, quote unquote, support it. This is a pandemic. We ain't got time. Get vaxxed, get boosted, but whatever. So where's the NFL caring about player safety? Where's the NFL talking about your product? See, I don't watch it, but I want to give salute to hockey, to NHL.
I was gonna do that at the end of your segment. Absolutely. Okay. Get into it, Corey.
I want to give a shout out to them
1,000%
for saying that we're going to pause our season. And not only are we going to pause our season, we're not going to play in the Winter Olympics either. Mm-hmm. How about that? Because to me, Big V, the only organization out of the Big Four that I'm really seeing that care about their players is really the NHL. Baseball is off, so baseball ain't really with the smoke right now. I'll leave them. When you play in space, you got two in the possible. I'm gonna put the MLB as a possible right now. I'm gonna let them live right now. They ain't gonna feel the wrath of the napalm bombs. But man, NBA, NFL, what the hell? What the hell, man? Ridiculous. It's crazy, man.
I'm so glad you spoke on Adam Silver, because I wanted to rip him some more earlier when I bought him up with this Kyrie shit. He is the blame. He is 1,000% the blame for this, because it has to come across his desk and get approved.
Absolutely, no question.
What the hell?
What the hell, man?
What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Again, is it about health or is it about money? Just let us know. Let us know. Let us know so we can
let us know, and then we could deal with whatever comes after that.
Absolutely, because the NFL let us know they've been clear. It's about the money. We know what's
that is true.
They've been clear. You know what I mean? They ain't even telling their players, you got to get vaxxed when you step on this field. Fuck it. And now they even more like fuck it now, because guess what? If you got that Omarion, still swing through if it ain't catch him. If you feeling all right, if you feeling good. for those that are out there that don't know what asymptomatic means, it means you don't have to. You're not really going through the symptoms. Like you can have COVID and still can taste stuff. You can have COVID and still can smell. Kind of like what the most athletes end up having is what they say. They end up being asymptomatic, and that's something else they lean on is that whole most athletes get the asymptomatic bullshit. No, nigga. Like you said, NFL, you not low, but again, y'all ain't been trying to be low. But guess what? Part of me, you right. You're right. Y'all are low. Y'all are at a new all-time low. Let me say it correctly. You're at a new all-time low. But we see y'all. But we should see y'all because y'all ain't been trying to hide it. Y'all ain't trying to hide it. But NBA, Adam Silver, yes, I am befuddled.
Yeah, I expected more from the NBA on that one, man. You're right about the NFL. You're 100% right about the NFL. But the NBA, that one threw me right there, man.
What the hell? Man, you probably said what the hell at the same time we got the news of all that. You know what I mean? Because I was sitting there like, gotcha. I see. All right, we're going to talk about that. And shout out to the NHL, man, like you said. Shout out to the NHL. Salute for making that decision. Corey, I'm backing you about maybe stopping this thing for 2 weeks right after Christmas.
Like just let it be a reset. That's all.
Corey, I hadn't even factored in, that other players, of course, are going to be around their families and stuff like that.
You know they are.
Come on, man. You got people flying. Because the thing is now, people moving like that because it's like, hey, man, if we all vax, we okay. You know what I mean? Which is the case about 98, 99% of the time. Or it could be less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But but still, you just don't know. You don't know. You don't know. A 2-week reset, I can definitely.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's a great idea, bro. Great idea, man. I'm glad you brought it up, man. Yo, man. Shout out to everybody listening to the pod. You know what I mean?
Word up.
Catching the clips on Instagram or social media, whatever social media tool you're using. Shout out to everybody that's watching it, you know what I mean, on Fandalism and everywhere else. We appreciate y'all. YouTube, so SoundCloud, everywhere, man. Thank y'all, man. We appreciate it, man. This is gonna be the last pod of the year, Corey. You know what I mean?
Word.
Last pod of the year. We're gonna take next week off and just chill out, you know what I mean? But yo, man, thank you for coming on this journey. Like I told you on Thanksgiving, man. Yo, we episode 32, you know what I mean? We rocking out, man. Thank you for believing in the vision. We got way more stuff we about to do, man, in 2022. You know what I mean? But this 2021, starting this sports podcast shit, man, I hit you with the vision. You jumped in and we rocking out, man, building some listeners and building some viewership off this. You know what I mean? Little by little. It's about the long term. It ain't about today. It's about the future. You know what I mean? And I'm glad you got behind me with this, man. For real, for real.
Word up.
Absolutely.
Likewise, man. Likewise. It's a pleasure and an honor, man, because, I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, this ain't really anything different than I do with any of my other homeboys. Except we're just taping it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we put in prep, no question, but it's like, you live this life. It's like, man, this is easy. Like that, like, I really used to knock people who used to be like, yeah, man, if you do something you love, man, you never work a day in your life. And I'm like, well, I like a whole bunch of things, but I still consider it work. But this here isn't like this. I'm like, okay, this is what they mean. This is what they talking about. That's how easy it is. So,
Yeah, but it feels easy because you made to do this, man. You know what I mean? Like everybody can't get up here and do it how we doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's easy for us because I don't know, man. Some things are just in you. That's it. That's all.
That's all it is, man.
That's it, man. That's all, man. So yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, yo, we about to kick some things off in the new year. We're gonna get it going, step it up, man, and just keep trusting the vision I got, bro. That's it, man. You know what I mean? I'm saying? That's
Respect,
it, man.
Well, to you and yours and everybody in Zone Land, man, Merry Christmas. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year's. Mm-hmm. Happy Kwanzaa. Any other, just in case I missed any holidays,
happy holidays.
You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff, man. So, man, get that stomach ready. for Christmas Day, you know, and check out these NBAs and NFLs and the drama, man. We're going to be on top of it, man. You know, we're going to be overloaded for our first podcast because we're going to have to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to have to catch up. We're going to have to catch up. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Yo, man, like you said, happy holidays, everybody. You know what I mean? Yo, if you miss any of the shows, keep watching them on our YouTube channel, the SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go, man. Yo, Corey, you know I'm gonna hit you up, you know what I mean, on Christmas. No doubt. You know what I mean? We're gonna be discussing these games. You know, we're gonna be back and forth on it, you know what I mean?
You know it. You know it.
Yo, you and the wife have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, man.
No doubt. Same to you and your family, my brother.
I'm gonna hit you up, my guy. Peace, bro.
All right, man. Peace.